How do? Mango hello time. We're getting there. We've made a bit of progress on this. Not much. It's been a bit of a slow burn on this one. But we've got sanding sealer on this. We've got some black grain filler on the back. That's all sanded out and looking nice. Control plate that fits. The neck's got some sanding sealer on it as well. That's all looking very nice. For the back of this, because we are going to go sunburst, is what I'm thinking. So the darkest colour in the burst, I'm going to spray the body. I don't know whether to do a full solid colour on it yet, so it goes full dark, or just to sort of give it a bit of flavour in places. I'm thinking go full dark, and same for the head, same for the neck as well, and just whatever colour goes the whole thing. Make it look a bit more traditionales, but modern. That's the thing, right? That's the thing. So today we're gonna wipe the first coat of colour onto it, and we are going to be using some alcohol, and I've got the colour tone lemon yellow and straw, and we're going to see which one I prefer more. Yeah, then we're going to shoot a clear coat over to that, and then we'll spray the burst on it at some point, hopefully this week. We'll see what happens. As a Brucey bonus for you, we've got Dave's Burlello, which is looking nice, isn't it? This is going to have a purple burst on it, so we're going to put down a lemon yellow amber kind of thing over the front of it first, and then I'll just rub a purple into that, because we're not going to go super duper like tight with it. Yeah, let's stop waffling and get on with this. Right, don't really know what recipe we're going to be doing for this, but I don't want to be going. I want it bourbon burst, that kind of thing. So I don't want it bright yellow like that. That's too bright. Yeah, it's way too lemony. Just do one drop of straw, which is a bit moodier. Flick it all up myself. I'm going to do another couple. Worst case, we're just going to throw it away and start again, aren't we? We've got one more drop. It looks quite nice. Let's try it on a back plate and see what's occurring. We always build up a couple of coats. We don't have to shoot for the colour first time round. Ooh. Ooh. That hasn't really done anything. Let's put some couple of drops of yellow in it. That's better. Just needed a bit more yellow so you could see it. Here we go. Right then. Let's try not to fuck this up. You can see that. I don't mind it going over the edge of the top of the binding because we're going to scrape it back anyway at some point, so it's not the end of the world. I don't want it on the face of the binding though, so trying to be a bit careful with what I'm doing. It's starting to do something, isn't it? Just needed that first one down to sort itself out. Yeah, like that. Let's just put a tiny wee dab more on the control cavity cover. Ooh. Ooh, that looks nice. That does look very nice. Now the age old. Do I give it another one? What do you reckon? What do you reckon? Just quickly. Well, this is where I could 100% fuck it up, and I'll make it too yellow. But I think it just needs a dash more. Yep, I think that was the one. Yep, that was. Oh yes, yes, that was it. That was the one. We use this colour on Dave's as well. I think it's quite nice. Similar, tad darker. Boom. Oh, boys. Look at that. Yep. Absolutely loving that. I kind of dig it just like that as well. But we are going to go sunburst. We are going to go with a sunburst because I think it's going to look cooler. But yeah, I am super happy with how that's come out. We're not going to worry about sanding it back and letting that sit in the grain. I think that's got enough going on with it. We will be giving it a clear coat over the top. Here we go. First couple of coats of clear on it. Got a little back plate down there. I am finding out though, which is a shitter, that little Bambi silent compressor, which is great for airbrushing, even though this is a low fucking mask. Hang on. This is a low pressure, low volume gun. It's still pulling too much, which is a shitter because it might mean I've got to buy another compressor, which I don't really want to have to do. We'll see if we can struggle by, because I haven't really got the money for that. But yeah, I'm going to give it another going over in a second, and then leave that for a couple of days so I can give it a very light sand back before I spray a burst on it. That is looking cool though. Here we go. Couple of days, pulled the tape off. And now the noise has stopped, I can actually come in and film. What do you reckon? I'm really happy with how that's come out. Really happy. The camera's making it look a tiny wee bit darker. Hang on. Here we go. That's cool, isn't it? A little bit of overspray just in the middle there that I need to just slightly sand off. Nothing too major. I think it's just where I've had the pressure of the gun up a bit too high. And it's evaporated too much because the spray, the burst pattern, I've been controlling the air coming into the gun and the nozzle pattern. So making it like tight to do the edges and come round and bits and pieces and build it up, and then opening it up slightly so you'll get a bit more displacement, a bit more like increasing the airflow, so it's like atomizing, I think is the word, and opening it up a bit more so you're not getting like a definitive line, if that makes sense. So yeah, you're getting a gradual colour change. And just kept doing that backwards and forwards, and I think that's just from opening up a bit too much, so it's too much has hit it and it's dried as it's hit the body. But I'm happy with that. So we are gonna scrape the binding. We're gonna call it that for the video because yeah, I need to get a video out. And I've been busy this week. I've still got some of the tobacco brown left that I've done the edges in, so we are gonna scrape the binding, tape the binding back up, put that down there, and then do the back and the neck in, just shoot a couple of coats of the darker brown over that just to get it to sort of blend in. Like, I don't mind the colour, but I think a little bit of colour on it, it's not bad. I just think it needs a little bit, just a little bit of depth added to it. I mean, like, if you see it and it hasn't got colour on it, I did it and it looked terrible and I sanded it off. Yeah, but that's it. Proper busy week this week. Proper busy week. I've got a Christmas fair thing booked, and then realised I haven't actually done anything for said Christmas fair. So I'm making a load of key rings, a load of plectrum stands. I've made these cutting boards. That walnut's nice. Still got oil on it. And these big mama jammers, but these are all off of offcuts. So I like that. No waste. But yeah, until next time.